More boos for Donald Trump and more cheers for Harvard. At the Harvard graduation ceremony moments ago, Harvard President Alan M. Garber got a standing ovation after taking a shot at Donald Trump. While all of this was happening, the Trump admin chickened out once again. I'm not joking. They reversed course once again, and they are now giving Harvard a 30-day grace period. They are now giving Harvard more time to contest the ban on international students and their enrollment after they faced some legal trouble from U.S. District Court Judge Allison D. Burroughs. She filed a TRO, or a temporary restraining order, last week against the Trump admin in their attempt to bar Harvard from enrolling any international students, which is wild. She said this is clear federal overreach, and all of the legal scholars are calling this one of the most transparently retaliatory acts in recent memory, meaning there's no actual basis for these attacks. He's just retaliating against what he deems are threats from Harvard. So the Trump admin's legal assault on Harvard is unraveling fast. Harvard's president, Alan M. Garber, is actually punching back pretty hard. And let's just start with this. I'm not going to play the 1-minute standing ovation because you guys can probably picture how that looked, but let's listen to this part.
Members of the class of 2025 from down the street, across the country, and around the world. Around the world, just as it should be.
They go crazy for a while. Around the world, just as it should be. That is a solid quote that should be put somewhere on the campus because, again, 27% of the students at Harvard are international students. They pay full tuition, which in turn subsidizes the domestic students and allows American productivity to be better. Brain drain is very, very important. Brain drain is when we pull the smartest people from other countries into our country, meaning they can help with our research and development. They can help with our medicine, our technology. We will have the strongest country made of a diverse workforce. Diversity is key. It's literally one of the strengths of America, and Trump doesn't seem to understand that, or they seem to not want to admit that. But this is where it gets crazy. The Trump admin is now giving Harvard 30 days to challenge the Justice Department's ban on enrolling international students. This supports the taco theory, the Trump always chickens out theory. Whether it's the tariffs, where Trump repeatedly backs down over and over, whether it's the Epstein files, which Trump repeatedly floated conspiracies about and bolstered conspiracies about, but now he's backing off. You know, I have a very damning Trump Epstein video coming out in just 2 hours. Make sure you subscribe and join the crew. Make sure you have post notifications on so you don't miss my Trump Epstein video. But CNN's live updates read, Harvard president gets a minute-long standing ovation as the commencement program starts. Harvard president Alan Garber received warm applause as he seemed to be taking shots at Trump, saying, "Members from down the street and around the world, just as it should be." Then, hearings begin over the Trump admin's move to block Harvard. Everything was going on at once. Small protests began to form in the Harvard yard as graduating seniors filled. In the speech at Harvard, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar praises leaders for standing up to the government. Basketball legend and social activist Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came out in strong defense of Harvard. You absolutely love to see it, and he did not mince words. He said, quote, "When a tyrannical administration tried to bully and threaten Harvard to give up their academic freedom and destroy free speech, Harvard President Garber rejected the illegal and immoral pressures the way Rosa Parks defied the entire weight of systemic racism in 1955, said Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, according to the Harvard Gazette, the school's official publication, but I couldn't find a video of it online yet. Abdul-Jabbar, who was being awarded an honorary degree Thursday by the university, was the keynote speaker. Quote, "After seeing so many cowering billionaires, media moguls, law firms, politicians, and other universities bend their knees to an admin that is systemically strip mining the U.S. Constitution, it's inspiring to see Harvard University take a stand for freedom." Some international students at Harvard were worried about attending the graduation. What kind of country are we turning into? This is what the Trump admin wants. They want people to be scared. Not only is tourism down, Not only is immigration down, I mean, if you want to talk about immigration being down, it's down across the board. It's down with tourism. International students aren't coming here anymore. The smartest of the smartest aren't coming here anymore. Immigration is a net benefit to the economy. You don't want immigration to be down across the board. That's not a flex. The Trump admin has thrown the lives of Harvard University's 7,000 international students into distress and disarray. Think about what it's like on an individual level to be a Harvard student. I mean, like, usually people aren't feeling bad for Harvard students in general, but just think about on an individual level what it's like to be a Harvard student internationally who's coming to the US. It's a new territory, it's foreign to you, and you find it quite scary with the orange dude as the president, and then you are targeted. You are one of 7,000 people, and it begins to feel personal. You don't feel safe. You're wondering if you'll be deported at any moment, if you'll ever see the friends that you made ever again, if you'll be able to finish your degree and come home with what you thought you would come home with, if you'll ever be able to become a doctor like you wanted. Not to appeal to emotion too hard, but this is an emotional thing for a lot of people. Some U.S. students are even reconsidering enrolling in Harvard this fall because of the Trump admin's actions, Maureen Martin wrote in her sworn statement. Harvard's faculty and admin are being, quote, inundated with questions from concerned students, and international students are so distressed their mental health has been affected, she wrote. Some are afraid to attend their own graduation ceremonies this week out of fear that some immigration-related action will be taken against them, Martin wrote. Some have canceled upcoming international travel plans to conduct academic research or see their families in light of the risk they might not be admitted back into the U.S. Martin's declaration in court highlights the competitive disadvantage the Trump admin's recent actions against the university have caused. A judge has temporarily blocked the State Department and Homeland Security from rescinding Harvard's ability to host international students, and now Trump has backed down as well. This is the core point of the video. This headline reads, Trump admin reverses course, giving Harvard 30 days to challenge ability to host international students. The Trump admin on Wednesday said it would give Harvard a month to provide evidence to challenge the administration's attempt to strip the university of its ability to host international students. Public pressure doesn't work. Let's just back up for 1 second. This attack is still terrible. This attack is still authoritarian, unconstitutional, illegal, as the court said, and he's applying undue pressure to get a university to change their ways. It is still absolutely terrible. But just to back up, our pressure did work, and now the Trump admin is allowing due process to some degree. They are allowing the procedural requirements to be followed, which is nice to some degree. This move appears to be designed. The move appears designed to unravel a legal challenge to the school mounted against the effort last week, and is a reversal, of course, on the hardball that the admin was playing attempting to revoke Harvard's student visa program. Lawyers are set to appear in court this morning. This is Trump's plan. You do something insane, and then you delay it 30 days. And then just the public intimidation of announcing it now has everybody on edge. He's done this with the tariffs. He's done this with everything except Vladimir Putin. Attorneys with the Justice Department notified a federal judge early Thursday of the fact that the Department of Homeland Security sent the school a, quote, notice of intent to withdraw it from the Student and Exchange Visitors Program. The 5-page notice cites several reasons for why the government was moving to strip the university of its ability to host foreign students and gave the school 30 days to respond with sworn statements or other evidence to rebut the alleged grounds for withdrawal. That is due process. The notice has the potential to upend a major court hearing set for Thursday, today, that challenged the admin's decision. Basically, the Trump admin just reversed course. He chickened out and caved right when they were going to get tested in court. Right when it was going to get tested in court, Trump folded. He tried to bluff his way through all of this, and it didn't work. Let's continue to apply pressure. If you made it this far in the video, I owe you some deep gratitude. You know, sometimes I get too caught up saying drop a like or whatever, but no. I appreciate everybody who watches my videos, everybody who's here with me on a day-to-day basis. You guys have made my lives better. I hope vice versa. Not to be too corny, but genuinely, we are pushing back at a time when the Trump admin is trying to strip away some of our most fundamental rights. The rights of universities or law firms or the media, etc., etc. I love you all. See you in the next one. Peace out.